Hello comrades and welcome back to Steve on Steve Plays China Mao's Legacy. Finally, we're continuing on where we left off. In the last video, we started our our slow path towards reformation and reforming China, and hopefully moving away from this whole Maoism business. We have an empty minister because I think Chairman Mao died, or oh no, it's because we arrested the Gang of Four. So yeah, we have the East that's unoccupied. I'm gonna make the music a little bit less loud. There we go. So yeah, we need someone for the East, and we're gonna take a reformist who is thrifty and assign him to the East. Oh fuck, no, that didn't work. Now there's nobody in the West. Okay, that's not great. Let's see who we can find. Deng Xiaoping, let's put him in charge of the West. Boom, there we go. We're gonna want to promote Deng Xiaoping as much as we can, because obviously he's the guy that is responsible for everything that's bad in the world. Let's go. Why do we have envelopes for party members? I don't know, that was a bit of a goof on my side. We do increase science funding, definitely, because we want to go for industrialization as soon as possible. I probably shouldn't have started with the agricultural recovery, but, well, you know, that's in the past now. Everything is alright, so let's unpause and see where the world takes us. And we're actually making money now. And our industry and agriculture are starting to pick up. Corruption is not great, so hopefully we need to try to push that down as much as we can. And agent networks, yeah, we need to fund our MSS a bit more. Army is okay to be left like this because I feel like the only war... Yeah, Thailand. So let's see. Thailand. Can I send them weapons? Okay, yeah, I sent them some weapons and specialists. Okay, I guess, I mean... That's done nothing, but hopefully that turns out in our favor, because if the communists win in Thailand, then Thailand becomes friendly to China, obviously. I only just found out how to do the UR thing, and I think it's too late already, but I don't know. We'll see. If I'm able to pull it off, then you guys will see it, and it'll be like a mini tutorial. It'll be good times. So, okay, let's see what's happening right now. Cambodian-Vietnamese War, oof. For several years, ruling in democratic Kampuchea, the Red Khmers of Pol Pot pursued an openly aggressive policy towards neighboring Vietnam, often attacking border villages and killing civilians en masse. It seems that Vietnam's patience has come to an end. Quite recently, the Vietnamese army launched a full-scale invasion of Cambodia to overthrow the Pol Pot regime. Oof. Remove Pol Pot. Coming in contact with the left opposition within the Kampuchean army, we were able to organize the displacement and arrest of Pol Pot. The Provisional Revolutionary Council has come to power, which has yet to pull Cambodia out of the chaos into which Pol Pot has led it. Seeing that Pol Pot was finished, the army resists the Vietnamese more actively, and Vietnam itself is not so decisive because the main goal of the campaign was fulfilled. Alright, cool. So now the leadership of Cambodia is loyal to China, and that's great. And so now we need to kind of make Vietnam lose the war, right? Yeah, I mean, okay, so how do we do that? Civil war in... Okay, Cambodian-Vietnamese war. We want to support Kampuchea along with the Americans, I guess. And hopefully they do well. I'm not entirely sure how the war screen works yet, but whatever. Wind of change. After Mao died and you finally concentrated power in your hand, it is time to determine the future path of China, because every faction of the CCP sees it in its own way. Conservative Maoists are in favor of continuing Mao's policies, but without questionable experiments, which means the end of the Cultural Revolution. The reformers, of course, are in favor of ending the Cultural Revolution and large-scale reforms, primarily in the economy. So, we will not continue the work of Mao, phase out the Cultural Revolution, and start developing large-scale reforms with access to the world markets. Huh. You stated the need for the speedy collapse of the remnants of the Cultural Revolution, which the people in the party certainly liked. At the same time, you also spoke about the need for further market reforms in the Chinese economy and about a gradual entry into the world market. For those purposes, you began to actively promote the old reformers such as Zhao Ziyang and Deng Xiaoping. There we go. Perfect. Now, hopefully these guys will get Zhao Ziyang and Deng Xiaoping. Hopefully they will become the most powerful people. Let's make him the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Yep, there we go. And to the west, we'll Zhao Liang, chairman of the southern region. So who can we have that's thrifty? There we go. He's chairman of East region. Because thrifty makes more money. So we'll put this guy in charge of the west region. There we go. So hopefully that will help us with our money flow at least a little bit. How's the science going on? Slow, but it's happening. Economy is stagnant. What do we need to do? Yeah, we have these few problems. So we need to actually blitz through our engineering technologies as quickly as we can. So let's fund science a bit more, services, industry, and hopefully that goes well. And we don't run out of money. And we've run out of money immediately. Let's cut back on dip missions because, well, let's face it, they're pointless. And I think once we westernize, diplomatic relations won't be a problem. So let's regain control of the JCP. What can we do in the Philippines? Support the Maoists, epic. Let's see. So yeah, I think we can do it every year. Yeah, every year. So at the end of the year we'll support them, and we have to support them for 4 years. And then we can, you know, supposedly do something fun in the Philippines. What about Taiwan? When can we invade them? Army strength of at least 50, okay. Where do I actually check my army strength? Nope, it's not in politics. Not in view. It's in doctrines. Oof, it's nothing. Nice. Oh, we can do the family policy. That's interesting. I'm not sure what that would do. Let's continue. Hopefully gaining money and reforming as we go. Wars. How are the wars going? I don't think we can do anything else for the... Again, I don't understand how the wars work, and if somebody wants to explain them to me, I would be very grateful. Okay, let's go on to our second industrial tech, our own industrial technology, or whatever it's called. And keep going. Enemies of my enemies. After the defeat of the Gang of Four, power nominally passed to you, but in fact you have to share it with those who helped you get it. With Minister of Defense Yi Jingyang, a staunch reformer who defended Deng Xiaoping during the Cultural Revolution, and Li Xianan, more moderate but also supporting reformers. Alright. Carefully strike reformers. Ooh. We need a strong alliance with the reformers. There we go. That's all we need. At the next planned meeting of the Politburo, Comrade Guofeng said it was necessary to continue the planned course of socio-economic changes, and also managed to negotiate with Li Jianing and I'm gonna stop pronouncing these names, on joining efforts and creating a kind of moderate reformist alliance. Alright, epic. So hopefully the reformers and the liberals keep getting power, and hopefully, I mean eventually, Hu Guofeng will be replaced by one of them. Let's see if there's anyone else we can trade with. How's the situation in India? Yeah, we don't have a reason for war. What about Afghanistan? Yeah, Afghanistan. We need to improve our industry. And that's going to be tricky without these technologies, so we really need to focus on them. Let's fund science a bit more. And our MSS, obviously, because we need them as much as we can. And yeah, we'll leave that one for a bit. Let's see. Event. Commission on the solution. The death of Comrade Mao Zedong, the beginning of inter-party struggle, and the refusal to continue the course of the great proletarian cultural revolution caused a strong ferment inside the party. According to the Ministry of Public Safety, or Security, ideas about the wrongness of ideas of Mao, the fallacy of the CCP course, the distortion by Mao Zedong and his surroundings of the history of the country and the party, and so on are beginning to spread in some of the party's organization. Oof, so people are trying to actually like condemn Mao. Our path is right, so we'll lead a commission of conservatives. We will entrust the work to Deng Xiaoping, and yeah. Okay, Deng Xiaoping, off we go. In accordance with the decision of the Politburo, the commission was headed by the old reform ideologist Deng Xiaoping. He appointed his associate Hu Yaobang as his deputy. Although both were hit by the Cultural Revolution, they nevertheless managed to rise above resentment against Mao and impartially appreciate his period. Mao himself received the same... Okay, sure. So, Deng Xiaoping is on his way to becoming the leader of this country, which we hopefully can make happen sooner than later. Indian elections, okay, so, support the opposition, I guess. Oof, those were very expensive elections. Ouch. Let's cut dip. Oh, can we afford to cut dip? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, I mean, the USSR is gonna embargo us inevitably, so we might as well just tank it. We can afford it. Hungary, far left. Oh crap, we need 3 million in budget so we can support leftists in Hungary. We'll do that because that's cool. At least I think that's cool. How are the wars doing, if I can even check that? Okay, so the Thailand war we're losing, and so are we losing the Cambodian war. That's not great. Well, okay, I guess that's how it's going to turn out. Back to the roots. In the early 1960s, in order to cope with the devastating effects of the Great Leap, in the PRC under the leadership of Deng Xiaoping and Zhou Enlai, large-scale self-government economic reforms and the possibility of private land tenure were launched, which eventually led to the dismantling of central planning. Okay. Start preparing for further large-scale reforms. Yeah, the other ones are blocked off because we're fully committing to the reformist course. In accordance to the previously proclaimed course of changing socioeconomic life, you, together with the most prominent reform figures, formed a special commission and begun to develop a program of future economic reforms that should continue the work of Zhou Enlai. The party, or rather only its right and moderate wing, is looking forward to the decisions of the commission. Cool. So, again, we're liberalizing, well, not really liberalizing, but we're reforming within the party. We're already a state monopoly. Capitalism is a form of economy, which is good. The reformers, we can legalize the liberals, I think, right? Will that make everyone hate me? Okay, that only made the party hate me a bit, but that's okay. And let's stop supporting the reformers and start supporting the liberals. Hopefully we don't get assassinated, but that's not something I can guarantee. Alright, we have, there's empty ministers of the capital. Ooh, well, let's make Deng Xiaoping in the capital, that only makes sense. Yeah, there we go. He's the Minister of Foreign Affairs, or Financial, I don't know. And he's the chief of the capital. Let's give money to the, oh. What? I need more than 75 diplomatic reputation? Okay, I guess, to support far-left organizations? Oh, support Maoist organizations. Well, we're not doing a Maoist run anyway, so who cares, right? So yeah, we are basically, our goal is to get our economy and industry running, because after that we can trade with anyone and everything will be hunky-dory. End of the revolution. After the death of Mao, you took the course of curtailing the Cultural Revolution and achieved certain results. However, the repressive grip of the state since the time of the Cultural Revolution has not yet weakened, and the reformers, together with the people, are now demanding to unscrew the nuts. Okay. In addition to the civic liberalization, many consider it necessary to also ease the pressure on traditions and religion, which increased many times during the Cultural Revolution. Some advocate only for the cessation of anti-traditionalist rhetoric with the preservation of state atheism. Others propose, according to the Soviet model, to declare nominal freedom of conscience while keeping religious institutions and figures under strict state control. You decide. Oof, damn. Loosen control and go only the supervision of religion. Yeah, that works. Let's only supervise religion. There are empty ministries of the West. Why are they empty? So Deng, he's the minister and he's the chairman of the capital. This guy is just a loser and needs to be killed. Although he's thrifty, so we might make him in charge of something. This guy, Zhao Ziyang, is the chairman of the South region. Westophilic, soft, that's cool. Thrifty, there we go. He's already of the Eastern region. Do we have any more thrifty people? We do not. That's cool. What about liberals? This guy. Alright, we'll make him the leader of the West. Just because he's a liberal. And hopefully that will help get liberals into power. Is there anything we can do with the wars? I don't think so. Intervention points. And from influence. Okay, interesting. Ooh, we ran out of specialists. That's not great. And let's send them some humanitarian aid. I'm blowing all of my budget on this war, and it's gonna be bad because I bet we're gonna need that money for other things. Namely our economy, which I'm not investing in. I'm being silly. So yeah, it's July of 76. What else can we do? Can we interact with Israel? Alright, so yeah, when the Lebanese war happens, we're gonna have to support them. We need to get our industry to 70 so we can trade with Iraq. It's crazy that our industry is so bad that we can't even trade with like Iran and Afghanistan. Alright, research is done, excellent. Why can't we move towards this? 1978, understood. And let's do agriculture. Crescent in the eyes. Zulfikar Ali, oh my god, wow, what a name, was the president of Pakistan since 1971 and the prime minister since 73. He followed the course of Islamic socialism, which is reflected in broad social programs and the nationalization of many sectors of the economy. In foreign policy, he adhered to anti-imperialism and tried to build friendly relations with neighboring countries. left the pro-American Seato and the British Commonwealth and managed to detente with India after the Third Indo-Pakistani War. However, after the Bhutto's Pakistani People's Party won the elections in 1977, the opposition accused him of fraud and began protests that Bhutto harshly suppresses. All this does not like the I guess the army does not like this, led by General Muhammad Zia-ul, okay, and with the support of the United States is preparing a military coup. Of course he is. So we need to help the guy. We cannot help. What? Why can't we help? Oh yeah, I bet we need more money and agent networks. Well, that's a shame. Build relationships with the new government, I suppose. So the 111th Brigade from Rawalpindi encircled the main federal government building. After that, he ordered the police to arrest the president, ministers, and other leaders. In the address, the general stated that the National Assembly of Pakistan and the provincial assemblies were dissolved, and the Constitution of Pakistan was no longer valid. The new government headed for Islamization of Pakistan. Nice. So we could have saved Pakistan, but we didn't. Now Pakistan is fucked because of us. And the war in Afghanistan is going to be horrible. Because, well, you know, history. Let's keep sinking money into our actual economy, into state mechanism. Oh yes, baby. Give me that state mechanism so we can lower corruption. That's all I want, is just some nice state mechanism. Okay, problems of STAVPOPOL agronomist. Our special services managed to get access to important information. According to it, in the Soviet Union there are quite serious problems in agriculture, multiplied by the heavy rainfall this year. Agriculture Secretary Fyodor Kulikov, secretary of the CPSU Central Committee, is one of the most likely successors to the current Soviet leader, Leonid Brezhnev. According to the information obtained by our agents, Kulikov is in favor of actively studying and introducing the experience of Hungary and Yugoslavia into Soviet agriculture, decentralizing the management of collective farms and state farms, creating agricultural cooperatives based on family contracts and sole farms. We can use this to discredit him. Yes, let's do it. Oh, we'll save it for the future, I guess. Cool. So yeah, we're not fighting with the Soviet Union, I guess, which is nice. Well, how are the wars going? Okay, so no matter what I do in the wars, I'm gonna lose. That's cool. Why do people keep not being in charge anymore? Let's put some... Okay, he's not the chairman of anything, so let's make this guy the chairman of the North. Because he's thrifty, apparently. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. And definitely leave in the comments any suggestions you have for any games I want to play, or any ideas you have on how I can improve the things that I'm doing. And of course, go and join us in our Discord, and we have fun times there. And yeah, again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.